Alright, so today I've got to make room in the freezer. I've got a couple coons and a coyote that I'm going to flesh out, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to show you how I do this. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you get your hide unthawed is to make sure it's clean. Make sure there's no burrs and matted up hair, because as soon as you take that fleshing knife across that spot, it could potentially cut holes in your hide, and you don't want that. So after that, we're going to turn it inside out and start fleshing. I like to start up around the head because the head is where I personally struggle. You got to make sure you get the lips thinned down. Now, a lot of people will use a scalpel and do this. However, I just take my scissors and just thin them down. Just like that. Take your time. This isn't a race. And get as much of this meat and fat off of this hide as you can so that the salt can penetrate it. It's the whole purpose of this. To set that hair so it don't slip out. Just get all that off. Alright, so now that we got the head fleshed out as best as I can get it, we have to get rid of this ear cartilage. Now, because I'm tanning this hide for myself and I'm making a pelt out of it, I'm not putting ear liners in it or Bondo or anything like that. I'm going to remove the inside of this cartilage and I'm going to remove the inside of this ear. The only thing that I want to be exposed is the nice fluffy side on the outside of the ear. So this inside, I'm just going to remove it. Alright, so now that I've got my head fleshed out, as good as I can get with my scissors, I'm ready to move on to where the back is, and around the stomach and all that. You really want to be careful on the stomach because the hide is super thin, and you will cut it very easily. So, take your fleshing knife, homemade fleshing knife, store-bought, whatever you got, and just start pushing. And push all this meat and all this fat right off that hide. Just like that. Keep pulling it up so you keep a good work height. Now, you also don't want to get way over here, and you don't want to get way over here on these edges of these boards, because that will really make it likely that you're going to cut your hide. So stay in the middle and just work that hide down. Just like that. If you have to, you can pull out your pocket knife and kind of cut it free, or dig back up underneath there a little bit and it just, whatever you have to do to get that off. But you don't want to go past this. If you go past this, you're going to start seeing hair follicles. If you start seeing hair follicles, that hair is going to fall out because there won't be anything to hold it. So make sure you don't go down so deep that you see that, because that is bad. So as you're working this hide, and you just keep turning it. Just keep turning and keep working and get as much of this meat and as much of this fat off as you can. The more time you put into it, the better it's going to turn out. Now right here's a bullet hole. You want to make sure you work towards that bullet hole. Don't grab it and go down, because you'll tear it and make it a whole lot worse. So be very careful. If you have to, get your scissors and work around that area with your scissors. Better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so I've got to split my tail now. And I'm going to take my scissors and run it all the way down the tail to the tip. Just like that. Now I can take my fleshing knife, clean up the inside of the tail, and this hide is ready to wash. So after you get your hide fleshed as good as you can possibly get it, it's time to get it washed and degreased. You know, that fat's pretty nasty. It's got a lot of mud and dirt in his hair. So get all that out as best as you can. And that blood is what's going to mess up your pH when you get ready to pickle. Now, I like to get my hides as clean as I can possibly get it. And I just feel like it makes for a lot better finished job. So once I get this washed, I'm going to wring it out real good, get it good and dry, and then I'm going to lay it on a bed of salt, and then I'm going to pour salt on top of it, and I'm going to let it sit there at least 24 hours. But seeing as today is Christmas Eve, I will probably wait until after the New Year to do this. And you can see how nasty this water is. So just get that hide cleaned up good. Get fresh water, do it all over again. You know, you're certainly not going to hurt it by washing it. And guys, this is all there is to fleshing. I mean, it's not a big deal. All this extra stuff, this grain layer, is going to come off after it dries. I'll be able to get all this off and get it looking perfect. But for now, this is as good as I got to get it. Alright, so now that I got my hide washed, I've got it as dry as I can get it. It's fleshed as good as I can get it fleshed. We're ready to salt. Now salt is very important because that salt is going to set your hair. And all I'm going to do is cover this table with salt. Make sure your arm flaps aren't so long that they fold over. You got to make sure you get salt in that. If not, it'll rot. And if it rots, your hair will fall out. Get this hide salted perfect. Rub it in. Get it everywhere. Check your ears, your eyes, around the mouth, the nose. Completely cover this hide with salt. And then once you get it covered with salt, you're going to just let it lay here for about 24 hours. At least 24 hours. Alright, so that's all there is to fleshing and salting a hide. I really hope you found this video to be beneficial. And please like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.